All right, good afternoon. This is Coach McPeter of Deep Dish Football. Second to last stop on the Deep Dish Football Tour 2019, Plainfield East. As I watched Plainfield East and Metea Valley practice camp, very impressive both coaches. Again, young coaches, first year for Coach Kunz, familiar with the Plano. He coached Plano for a lot of years. He is now the head coach of Plainfield East High School. Um, Very impressive. Coach Parpet, assistant coach at Lyle, assistant coach also at Plano. Now the head coach of Metea Valley. Great hire by Metea Valley, by the way. Parpet, he's the right person, right guy for the job. Metea Valley, I'm going to start with Metea Valley, then we'll go to Plainfield South. Metea Valley's they're in a tough one because they have a tough conference. The DuPage Valley Conference is a tough one for them. They Lake Park, Belleville East, Naperville Central, DeKalb North, Naperville North, Neuqua Valley. That's a tough schedule. It's going to be a tough season for Metea Valley, but they have the building blocks for a great future. I think it's the last time they made the playoffs was 2014. But Metea Valley, they got some good players. Austin Frederick, tight end, who won best in the state. Two great running backs. I'm going to go through the running backs again, as I usually do. Keyshawn Baker, Colin Wilcox, two guys that you have to know. Howsey, offensive lineman. They have two good offensive linemen as well. Nick Shannon, another quarterback to keep an eye out for as well. Justin Flores. But definitely a team to keep an eye out for. They lost some kids to transfers. But Metea Valley, again, future. They're building towards a bright future. And the first step was hiring Coach Parpet. And the kids, the talent's there. Metea Valley has always had a talented group of kids. So it's going to be interesting for a couple of years. But very impressed so far at the start of this of Parpet's era in Metea Valley football. But again, keep an eye out for Colin Wilcox, Keyshawn Baker, Austin Frederick, always. But it's going to be very interesting. Two good data, pretty good. They have some good size on the offensive line for Metea Valley, so should be an interesting season. But we're not going to go that far. But it's gonna be a great building block for them in the future in that program. All right, so we go to Plainfield East. Plainfield East, to me, Coach Kunz takes over. New energy, new, as he likes to say, swagger. Former University of Miami coach, not coach, player. But takes the same energy that he had in the Plano for the Plano Reapers. Goes to Plainfield East High School. He's going to do He's going to do a wonderful job at Plainfield East. I've seen him coach for a lot of years, coached against him, but he is definitely one of the top rising coaches. And Coach Kunz, what he has done is unbelievable. And I think what's key too when we talk about Plainfield East is we talk about the senior leadership. And they have a lot of senior leaders at key roles that's perfect for them. And this is my personal belief. They're going to start their season. They're going to start their season pretty bad. Not going to lie, they got some challenging teams. But I really do think that Plainfield East can get to 5-4 and can get to the playoffs with playoff points. I really do. And under new leadership of Coach Kunz, their coaching staff, and those kids just believing in it, I think it's a very great thing to see. But Plainfield East, you got Brian Tape, Dembeck, Goose, linebacker, also Tavian Washington, another athlete as well. They've got two great DBs. Let me find the thing. Get that. They got two great DBs. Darnell, too. I forgot about Darnell. He's got a few other players coming out for Plainfield East. Plainfield East looks good this season. And new energy. You got a new coach. I got them going 5-4, and I got them ready at a great shot at the playoffs. But we'll see what happens because they start this season off tough. That's a tough start. That's a tough schedule. Those first 4 games, that's a tough one for Plainfield East. So we'll see what happens. But I think Plainfield East, that athletic director, that board, that hired Coach Kunz was brilliant. I think it's a great move. And Metea Valley, great job hiring Coach Parpet as well. Again, Kunz, Parpet are rising coaches, and it's going to be very interesting to see Cole back in a couple of years and see how they do. I think Metea Valley, it's going to take some time, but they got the right guy for the right job, and it's Coach Parpet, definitely with him. And Kunz, he's putting his system in. Those kids are believing. They're energetic about this season. This could be a very special team, and it's good too when you have that amount of senior leadership on that team that helps those kids. And I was really impressed with the offensive line as well. Very impressed with offensive line. Coach Key does a wonderful job. But it's looking good so far. It really is looking really good. And a big shout out to Plainfield East Coach Hart. He's got one of the best beards in the IHSA. Great beard. Love the beard. Simple as that. Make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is coachbigpete@fp@gmail.com. If you have any questions, if you like my work, feel free to leave a tip. I will put the link on the bottom via PayPal. Thank you so much. Good luck to both teams. I hope to catch a game for Deep Dish Football Game of the Week. Thank you so much and have a lovely night.